Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Outside the Box Hypnosis Education for Overthinkers. Now, overthinking is also known as analysis paralysis because you're getting stuck in your thoughts, preventing yourself from taking action. We all have parts inside of us battling for supremacy. Just take two of them, two opposites. One is negative, jealous. The other is warm, friendly, loving, and helpful. If we gave them identities, the first might be perfect, immaculate, beautiful to look at. The second might be unkempt, scruffy, and have BO. Yet we put up with the second one because it's nicer to be around. An overthinker easily gets into the emotional energy of each of these parts, presenting arguments for and against a particular issue or situation. The logical part of us may think that buying another expensive bag, for example, is completely unnecessary, but the inner child part of us argues, I've worked hard all week for that and I deserve it. When a client comes in to get help with stopping smoking or weight loss, it's because part of them wants to quit, otherwise they wouldn't be sitting in front of me in the first place, and yet another part wants to keep overeating or smoking, or they wouldn't need my services. In hypnosis, my job is to take that overthinking dilemma from your conscious state and move it effortlessly into your unconscious state so that the real internal dialogue may be initiated and your goal achieved rather than the inner conflict that you've experienced to date. So rather than try to analyze this yourself, allow me to be your facilitator. So in this week's mini hypnosis session, I'm going to hypnotize you to gain the confidence to enable you to make the positive steps you seek to help you get the life you deserve and not overthink. Sound good? Great. As always, please don't join in if you suffer from any contraindications, which are pathological personalities, alcohol or drug psychosis, senility, epilepsy, narcolepsy, bipolar conditions, suicidal tendencies, clinical depressive illnesses, or serious heart conditions. Remember, hypnosis is a conversation you have with your subconscious mind. It opens up new possibilities. So just briefly, and for those of you who haven't seen my channel before, how does hypnosis work? Here's a very simplified model about how our minds work. Our brain is divided into the left hemisphere, which deals with our 1, 2, 3s and ABCs, and the right hemisphere, where our emotions, memories, behaviors are stored. There is a box in the center called the amygdala. In fact, there's two of them, where our fight, flight, freeze response is located. Connecting the two is the corpus callosum, our neural superhighway, difficult to say. And then we have the oldest formed part of the brain, the basal ganglion, sometimes referred to as our lizard brain. This system is solely concerned with keeping us safe. It's a very, very, very simple model. This system will assess a level of threat to us from anything and everything we encounter or experience. It will activate our fight, flight, freeze. Fight, we do that. Flight, we run away, and freeze, we curl up into a ball until the threat goes away. Now that was all well and good in prehistoric times. If on a sunny day you were suddenly confronted by a very hungry saber-toothed tiger, in today's world we constantly endure stresses, often not of our making. There may be a traffic jam, which is making us late for work or an important appointment. We may have to do some public speaking and are terrified at the prospect, or simply had an argument with a loved one and wished we hadn't said that thing we did in the heat of the moment. All this builds and builds and builds. Now, when that part of the brain deals with stress, it deals with stress at a certain level, it deploys cortisol, adrenaline. This is called the sympathetic response. So also known as the sympathetic adrenal response. Then we have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is known as the rest and digest system, which is also known. But sorry, this is where good neurochemicals are released. And this is how we engage with, or where we engage with our subconscious mind during hypnosis, when we are in a state of heightened relaxation and internal focus. Oxytocin helps us to feel connected, serotonin is our mood regulator, and dopamine motivates us. It's also known as the molecule of more. For example, not too long ago, I was lucky enough to find a £20 note in an old bag I was sending to the Oxfam shop. I then had to go through all my bags to see if I could find another £20 note, because dopamine encourages us to repeat behaviors more likely to lead to rewards. Hypnosis improves and affects lives by changing the ways a person forms habits and thoughts. And as a main outcome, hypnosis releases these feel-good hormones like serotonin and dopamine to help us live happier lives. Education done. Now for the fun bit. Now, I want you to think of something you've been struggling with recently, a dilemma where part of you wants to do one thing and part of you wants to do another. Got it? Great, okay. Right. Are you ready to do some hypnosis? Are you ready to make some positive lifestyle changes? Are you ready to create a positive mental reset today? Great. Feet flat on the floor, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow your eyes to stare at my hypnosis ring. That's right. I want you to stare at the very center of this hypnosis ring. Focus, focus, focus at the very center. Keep your eyes staring at it. And I want you to notice as you continue to stare, to focus. You can permit your eyes to get very tired, and you can permit your eyes to get so tired it becomes very, very difficult to keep them open. In fact, as you continue to stare at my ring, it becomes impossible to keep them open, and now your eyes begin to tire, and your eyelids, you can let them get very heavy now, and as you begin to blink, your eyelids get heavier and heavier, and more tired, and your eyes begin to shut. They become a little bit sticky as you focus. That's right. The eyelids get very heavy and tired. Just let it happen until your eyes close and stay shut. That's right. So tired, so relaxed, slipping into a deep, sleepy trance. Nice and deep, all the way down. That's right. Just go deep into your hypnosis now. And continue to go deeper and deeper. And don't worry about the sensation in your eyes. That's perfectly normal. Just go deeper, deeper and deeper. With every breath you exhale, you go deeper, 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 deeper. Everyday sounds around you matter less and less. You might like to notice that your breathing is getting deeper. You might be wondering what the next sign will be that you are going deeper, deeper into hypnosis. Now you might want to just pretend for a moment that your hypnosis is deepening, and you might really enjoy discovering for yourself that you are deep in hypnosis. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes again and look at this hypnosis ring again. And when you do, I want you to focus on it intently and notice how you go into hypnosis even faster. You can look at it now. That's right. Keep looking and notice how quickly you get tired and your eyes close really quickly, and your eyes close so quickly, and you go deeper, 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 even deeper. As you try to open them, they just won't work, and go even deeper. And you can try to open your eyes again now. Try to open your eyes. That's right, try. They just prefer to stay shut. Quit testing. And you can try to look at my ring again. You can try, but you just go deeper. Notice now how you can drift and drain into a calm and peaceful state of hypnosis. And let that state develop to the point where you go to a mystical place, a magical place, either on Earth or in the universe, a place where your amazing, powerful, subconscious, unconscious TARDIS brain can make positive lifestyle changes. A place where your amazing, powerful, subconscious, unconscious mind reminds you of memories and experiences that you haven't thought about in years. Maybe you'll simply drift a while at first. Maybe your unconscious mind will remind you of pleasant memories from the past. Or maybe you'll simply sit there and feel comfortable without really knowing why. And you should really know that maybe you will experience a solution to your dilemma in a totally different way today. In this silence now, I want you in your mind respectfully to invite that part of you that looks after your greater good, to draw on all the experiences since you were born, and at the speed of light, put in place all the resources you need to make the best decision for you. And as you continue to sink into that state, let your brain do some interesting processing and begin to really learn that one thing that you most want to change, and permit that change to happen now. The resources you need are there. Anything that was in the way has successfully moved out of the way of that which you are causing to happen. So drift even deeper. Let the processing take place with a sense of wonder and enjoyment below the level of conscious awareness, and feel good about the change. That's right, it can happen at light speed. And when the change has happened, and in a pleasant way for you, you're going to come back to the surface and be fully awake, bringing all the new changes with you, and already installed beginning now. Hello. Have a nice big stretch. You'll feel great. Notice the small, subtle changes that will take place in the next few hours, the next few days, the next few weeks, and enjoy the fact that now you can replay this at any time, and once again start to unlock the answers you seek. With practice, 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 you will do this even more quickly with any situation where you are ever overthinking, which will permit you to release yourself from that stuck overthinking state, that analysis paralysis. If you have enjoyed this, please like and share my wonderful Hypno-Education aficionados. If you would like to work with me, my contact details will be below. And as I always say, your mind and body already know what to do. See you next week when we will look at hypnosis to help eco-anxiety, a very modern stress in our daily lives. See you soon.